The only option for survival was a bone marrow transplant. My brothers were HLA type tested, and fortunately one of my brothers was a perfect match. He was the one that gave me his stem cells for the bone marrow transplant. So we did that in February of 2002, and that's when I had the transplant. I was pretty much at the end stage of the illness. I knew if I didn't have the transplant, I would probably have passed away within a couple of months. I only had a 30% chance of even making it through the transplant, and about a 40% chance of even possibly curing my illness. I did what's called a mini transplant. The mini transplant is basically they give you chemotherapy and they suppress your immune system. They don't kill off all your cells. Then they reinfuse, similar to a blood transfusion, my brother's stem cells. So I still have part of the illness in my system. However, his stem cells now are producing the blood that I need to live. So they have now taken over. And as you can see, I'm here today, and so far the bone marrow transplant was 100% success. They're all amazed. Basically, they consider me over here a miracle that I'm still here. I don't look anything like what I looked like before. I don't mind meeting new people because they look at me today as this is who I am. But for me to go and meet old people, old friends that I used to know, I can walk right by them and they will not know who I am. I've changed that much. From physical appearance to your hair is totally different. The texture, the color, the style, my face is different. It's fuller because of the medications you take. Your skin is just different. Even your body shape is different. How you walk, your whole appearance. The only thing that hasn't changed is like my voice and who I am. As soon as I start talking, people are like, oh, that's the old Karen I used to know. But it's difficult because it totally changes who you are. And that's probably been one of the hardest parts for me. Well, in order to plan for the future, when you have an illness, any type of illness, it's important to protect yourself, your assets, your family. If you have children, you need to really sit down and think, where is everything going? Who's going to take care of this? And what are you going to do with the house? What are you going to do with the cars? Things like that. And for me, it was important at the time to plan for the future. And I was planning the future as if I wasn't going to be here. So therefore, I was planning like the trust and different things. As soon as I found out I was going to go in the hospital and start doing my chemo treatments and do that, that was the first step I went to as an attorney and sat down and said, these are the things that I wanted to take care of and follow through and so forth. So that was my first step. I sat down and thought about it and was focused on it and laid it out. And it was my choices. It wasn't anybody else's choices. So I picked what I wanted to do and things to do. I mean, obviously I can't control everything, but those are the things that I was able to do. And it was more peaceful for me to go through. My name is Karen Tierney, and I'm a myelofibrosis survivor.